welcome back. So today I have a haul to share with you, and I have quite a bit of things here from different places. I have some stuff from the drugstore and from Sephora, from MAC, and no, I did not purchase this all at the same time, but since I had just picked up my Alluring Aquatic collection purchases, I figured I might as well share them all in this video. So if you're interested to see what I got, then let's go ahead and dig into the goodies. So let me get started with what I got from MAC first, just because I know the Alluring Aquatic collection is supposed to come out tomorrow, which is Thursday, and I know y'all are dying to know what I got from the collection and what my thoughts on it were. And so I was pretty surprised that my local MAC store released it a day early, which usually never happens, but I don't know if other MAC stores are doing the same. So if they are, make sure that you call them before everything sells out so that you can get everything that you want, because this collection is definitely a hot one, and I know it's sold out immediately online. And I was also surprised that I didn't pick up everything that I had on my list, just because I was trying to downsize as much as I can, and some of the colors, when I swatched them at the store, were kind of underwhelming for me. I think what really caught my eye with this collection is the packaging, and I know a lot of you agree with me on this, and I think MAC did a phenomenal job at the packaging for this summer collection. And they didn't just think about the actual product itself, but also the box packaging, because they have this like embossment of water drops around the box. And when you look at the actual product itself, it has these water droplets that look very realistic. And all the products in this collection come in this very reflective metallic turquoise packaging, which is really cool and very unique. I was definitely eyeing on the extra dimension stuff that they had, so the bronzer, which is new, the blushes, and the shadows, because they are just great products. I think the extra dimension line is definitely one of my favorites out there, and they are limited edition, and so I always have to buy at least one thing. So MAC came out with 2 extra dimension bronzing powders, and I was supposed to pick up both of them, but when I swatched them, I only picked up one, and this one is in the shade Delphic. This one is the darker out of the 2, and I wanted to pick up Aphrodite Shell because a lot of people said that it was a good one, and they posted swatches, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited to get both of them, but I don't feel like it works on my skin tone. The manager at MAC told me that she used it as a highlighter, but I felt like, you know, Whisper of Guilt or Superb would be a better choice as a highlighter than this one, and so I skipped on it. And this is what Delphic looks like. Now this bronzer has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not overly shimmery like I had anticipated. I had anticipated it to have the similar finish to Double Definition, but it's actually a little bit more satin in my opinion. The collection had 2 blushes, and I picked up both of them. So See Me Hear Me is more of a rosy toned mauve blush, and the other blush, which is Seduced at Sea, is definitely warmer and lighter, and it's more of a muted copper shade, but definitely looks natural on the cheeks. So the last of the extra dimension stuff are the shadows, and I was definitely the most excited about these over everything else that I purchased from the collection, just because these products are awesome. I remember when these first came out, they were a lot bigger, and I was just like blown away by the pigmentation of these products. I was pretty disappointed that MAC had downsized from the first time that they had released it, because these are quite expensive for the little products that they are. But nevertheless, these are great products, and I picked them up anyway, and I picked up 3 out of the 6 that they came out with, and I wanted to get one more. I believe it was called Legendary Lure, but my local MAC store only had 3 in stock, and one of them was a tester, so essentially they only had 2 to sell. And I'm definitely going to hunt for it this weekend, or maybe tomorrow if I get the chance. So the first one that I got is called Lorelei, and it looks like this. It's a champagne-y gold color, and it's great for the lids, and you can also use this as a highlighter. And so if you missed out on Whisper of Guilt from all of the collections that they released it on, definitely try this one out, because this one could be a great alternative, and it has the same extra dimension formula. And I know this is a little tiny, but definitely compensates for you missing out on Whisper of Guilt. The next one that I got is called Silver Sun, and it looks like this. It's more of a greenish teal shade that has has a little bit of taupey undertones in it. The last shadow that I got is called Sea Worship, and it looks like this. I know on the pan it looks a lot more green than it is, but when swatched, it actually looks more of an antique gold, and it just has a little tint of green in it. And I'm definitely excited to use this color because I don't think I have anything like it. So MAC came out with 5 lip glosses, and I only picked up 1 out of the 5, and I know a lot of people were going gaga over the clear water one, and I didn't pick it up because I had something similar, and it's from Chanel, and it's permanent, and it's a Glossomer, which is a way better formula than the lip gloss, and so I only picked up Water Deities. This is the only one that stood out to me. Ooh. I don't know if you can see this, but a lot of the things from this collection had bigger droplets, but this one has very tiny ones. So Water Deities is a rose gold shade that will look perfect over a nude lip. It will just give it that extra dimension. So now for the lipsticks, I had anticipated on picking up 3 out of the 5. I believe it was like 3 of the darkest ones that they had in the collection, and I ended up just picking up 1, and this one is the nude one and the only matte out of the collection, and this one is called Enchanted One, and oh my gosh, this is such a really pretty matte shade. It's like one of those nudes that really doesn't wash you out, and that's what I love, and that's what I look for in nude lipsticks. I'm definitely excited to get a lot of use out of this color, and I kind of regret not picking up another one as a backup, but I mean, I have way too many lipsticks for me to last probably 5 lifetimes, and so I don't know, I hope I don't feel too bad later on, but we'll see. As for the other 2 lipsticks, Mystical I felt like was dupeable and something that I already had and something that you can really pick up from literally anywhere. Like, I know the drugstore will have something very similar. And Goddess of the Sea, when I swatched it on the back of my hand at the store, I felt like I already have something like it and is a lot more pigmented than Goddess of the Sea, and so I definitely skipped out on that. So those are pretty much all that I got from the Alluring Aquatic collection. As for the other products that I skipped out on, the bronzing powders are permanent products, and they always re-promote it and re-release it with special packaging every summer, and so I didn't feel like I needed it. I have way too many bronzers that I love over MACs. And then the rest of the items, the liners, the brushes, and the nail polishes didn't really stand out to me, and so I skipped on those too. The rest of the things that I picked up from MAC were mostly from the Maleficent collection, and I know I mentioned this on my Instagram already. I was definitely not pleased with what they came out with in this collection because they released a lot of permanent products, and the packaging was underwhelming as well. It's just a shinier version of your regular MAC packaging, and it just has the Disney Maleficent logo on it. But regardless, I just picked them up anyways just because I'm a big Disney fan, and I don't know, I felt like they should have been a little bit more creative, kind of like the Venomous Villains collection release, and I felt like they should have put more lip colors on there besides, you know, the red that Angelina Jolie was wearing throughout the whole movie. But I mean, I don't know, it is what it is. For the lip products, I picked up all 3. So I picked up the liner, the gloss, and the lipstick, mainly because it's Disney and it's Maleficent, and I definitely think that these are all dupeable. There are tons of reds out there that can replicate the same look as these 3 can, and I am wearing all of these on my lips today. So the lip liner is called Kiss Me Quick, and it is a pro longwear lip pencil, and I kind of regret purchasing this because when I swatched this next to NSFW pencil from OCC, they are exactly the same. I mean, it is a pro longwear lip pencil, which is my favorite lip pencil formula from MAC, but I had to pay full price for this because they weren't accepting pro cards. And so the lipstick is called True Love's Kiss, and this is what it looks like, and I actually like the name because it fits with the story and it fits with the movie, and it is a true red. It's not warm, it's not cool. It has an amplified finish, so it will be glossy, and I know that I have a lot of reds in my stash already, but most of them are matte, and so having a glossy finish red lipstick, I guess, is a little bit different than the rest of the things that I own. And as for the lip gloss, this one is called Anthurium, and I've never had a pro longwear lip gloss before, and these are actually very pigmented glosses, and they're less sticky than the regular lip gloss, which is good. Always a plus for me when it's not sticky. And these kind of remind me of the Whitening Lightning glosses, and so I don't know if I should have gotten this because I have Candy Apple, which is a red from Whitening Lightning, but I mean, these are pretty pigmented by first swatch, and so you can definitely wear this alone. The last thing that I got from this collection is the sculpting powder, and this one is a permanent product. It's called SCULPT, and I believe this is a pro product, so you can only purchase this online or at pro stores. And even though I know that this is a permanent product, I was debating whether or not to get this one or the beauty powder, which I didn't really like based on the swatch and the reviews that I read online. And just like everything else from this collection, I mainly picked this up for the packaging, and I definitely wanted to pick up something that I can get a use out of. And I know I've been eyeing on SCULPT for a while now, and so I haven't really tested this out too much yet to give you an opinion on it, but it is a cool tone sculpting powder. Cool tone sculpting powders really help to create that illusion of a shadow. The last thing that I got from MAC is a permanent product, and it's not from any of the collections that I had just mentioned, but it is a new re-release. And I say re-release because it used to be a limited edition product, and I believe it came out in 2006. Correct me if I'm wrong, I wasn't, you know, well versed on MAC back then, but it is this MSF. It's called Global Glow, and oh my gosh, this is my current favorite highlighter at the moment. It is so beautiful, and it's just this really nice champagne color, and I love me some champagne highlighters. And I normally am not a fan of MSFs just because they're very grainy and sometimes they get a lot of fallout when I use it, but this one, I love it. Definitely have been using this whole entire month of May, and I'm so glad that I picked this up. Look at the packaging. MAC changed their packaging with their MSFs. I don't know, what do you think? First initial thoughts of it, I didn't really like it that much just because it looked like a MAC replica. So those are the things that I picked up from MAC, and I know that was kind of a buttload of things, but as a beauty blogger, I always feel the need to try new things and really stay on trend with makeup, what's out there, what's new, just so that I can deliver the message to y'all so that you can make good shopping choices, and so that you know what you want to buy and what you should stay away from. And being a makeup junkie, it's always a plus to get new makeup, right? So next up, I have some Sephora stuff. I picked up a couple of things, and I have been eyeing these for a while now. And I was really lucky to get gift cards to spend on these because I've been trying so hard to stay away from Sephora and even the department store, just because I don't know, Sephora and Nordstrom just make me weak to the knees and just want to buy everything. And you know me, I am a high-end kind of girl, and I always love buying high-end products. But anyways, I got these two palettes right here, and I swear, Instagram is such an enabler, and my wallet says, screw you Instagram for enabling Naomi, because I swear every time I go on there and every time I look through my feed, I always add something to my wish list to buy. And these are definitely the product of that enabling. And so the first thing that I got is the Urban Decay Electric Palette. I initially wasn't going to pick this up because I felt like the Sugar Pill shadows that I had already did the job of what this would do, but I saw a plethora of makeup looks and a plethora of tutorials, and so I was like, oh man, I have to have this palette. And it is super beautiful. Look at the packaging. It's so like nice and sleek and compact, and it has a pretty hefty mirror. Say hello to my camera. So this palette comes with a double-ended brush, and it comes with 10 shadows that are all bright except for this one. This one is a silvery one, which is a good accent color to really neutralize the look. And oh my gosh, these are immensely pigmented. I normally don't go for a lot of Urban Decay shadows just because they have a lot of fallout and sometimes they're very grainy, but these, oh my gosh, these are just like one swipe of my finger, and they are immensely pigmented, and I'm very, very happy that I purchased this. And I'm definitely excited to try more looks with this palette. I've only used it once on a look, and I'm so looking forward to creating more tutorials with this, especially since it is rave and EDM season, so EDC people, watch out for that. The next eyeshadow palette is something that I have been eyeing on for a while now, and I actually haven't opened this yet, and I really wanted to wait until I film this haul to show you. And this is the Kat Von D Monarch eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like. Ooh, look at the colors. They are so pretty and they are so wearable. They're all neutral colors, and I have good experience with Kat Von D eyeshadows in the past. They are very buttery and creamy, and they're very pigmented with very little fallout. Yeah, these are so pigmented. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to use this and create looks with these palettes. I just love this palette. They're just so pigmented, and I definitely don't regret purchasing this palette. So if you can still grab them at your local Sephora, please do, because I will definitely share looks with you all. So the last bit of this haul is from the drugstore, and I didn't pick up everything from Rite Aid. I just wanted to put them all in one bag so that it's organized. And I don't know about you, but every single time that I go to a grocery store, a drugstore, like a Target or a Walmart or something, to pick up something that I need, like for school or even like food or whatever, I always have this need to go through the makeup section first before grabbing everything that I need. And every time I walk out of those aisles, I always have one thing or two things on my hands that I know I don't need, but I mean, they're new stuff, and so everybody loves new stuff. So from Target, I decided to pick up the Maybelline Dream Pure BB Cream, and this one is in a different packaging because it is a different product from the original BB cream that they came out with. And I tried that back in 2012 and hated it, absolutely hated it, especially for oily skin. And I haven't retried that BB cream lately. I actually gave it away, so I don't know how I'm going to compare the two, but this one I picked up because it has an acne treatment, and so we'll see how that works, and I'll let you know what I think of it after I get a good use out of it. And another thing that intrigued me about this BB cream is that the packaging actually has a matte finish while the other one had a very shiny finish, and so I don't know if the actual BB cream will have a matte finish, so I will let you know what I think about this. And I already posted a photo of my drugstore purchases on my Instagram, and someone said that they love this BB cream, so I'm hopeful. From Walmart, I decided to pick up the new L'Oreal mascara. This is the Voluminous Miss Manga mascara, and this is in the shade Blackest Black. This is the darkest one that they have, and look at the packaging. It's super cute and definitely reminds me of Japanese makeup because of the cartoon background and just how they package the whole mascara itself. I actually saw Miss Liz Hart post this on her Instagram, and I was like, I gotta have it, and so I picked it up the next day, and that's what happens when you go on Instagram. So Rite Aid was having a buy one get one 50% off sale, and so when I went in, I immediately went for these. These are the Ready Set Gorgeous collection from Covergirl, and you've definitely seen these around YouTube and definitely seen these with Katy Perry on the commercials on TV, and so I was really excited to try these, and a lot of people have already said that they love it, and so I'm hopeful about these too. So I picked up two of the concealers, and these are exactly the same, just different shades. So I got the lighter one. This one is the 115 120, and I'm trying to use this for my under eyes to see how it works. And then I also picked up the 215 220, and this will be ideal for covering up blemishes, so we'll see how they act for either one. The next thing that I got is the liquid foundation, and this one is in the shade 220. This foundation doesn't have SPF, and usually with drugstore foundations that's very rare, and so I'm really excited to try this with the flash test and everything, just to see if it works for photography, flash photography, special events. The last product that I got is the powder. This is the powder foundation in the shade 215 to 220, and this is just what it looks like. It has a little powder compact right here, and then it has a sponge applicator, which I probably wouldn't use, and then it has this really nice compact mirror that's very, very durable. So that was it for my collective haul video. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and I hope that I enabled you a little bit to go shopping today or this weekend or tomorrow or right now. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. If you have any requests on reviews, first impressions, demonstrations, swatches, anything really that I've mentioned in this video, leave me a comment down below, and I will surely try my best to cater to all of your needs. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!